welcome to this week's Surge Online. I hope you are well. Now, this evening, I have provided this week's wonderful message of the week. Now, it is a very good one. I like to, although I do say so myself. So please do stay tuned for that in about 5 minutes. But first, yet another quality challenge from my friend Ben Gregory. This week, not involving a cat, but it does involve being blindfolded. So, you'll see in a minute. It's another good one, so stick around for that. And I'll see you very shortly.
Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. It's my challenge again this week. It's not involving any cats or press-ups. However, they are under the curtain, so if they rush out, don't be alarmed. The challenge is Jemima, who's filming, is going to hide these kitchen food stuff around the lounge. I'm going to go out. I'm going to put on this blindfold, and then I'm going to come back in, and I've got to find the Easter egg, which is there. And I've got to find that. Obviously, it's not going to be there. It's going to be hidden somewhere in the room. I don't know where it is. This is not planned. And obviously, I'm not going to be saving Easter because Jesus saved Easter. But I am going to be finding this egg. Don't know what I'm going on about, but I'm finding the egg.
3, 2, 1, go.
That's Nutella.
Forgot what. There's the radio.
I'm scared.
The time is gone.
Rubbish.
The time is gone.
Okay,
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, cat. Look. How long left? How long left?
42 seconds. 42 seconds.
The sofa's here. Table. Sofa.
Oh. 15 seconds.
Oh no. Ow! Oh, this is so hard.
Stop. 3, 2, 1.
Stuff around here, and then. What that is. Round. Cheers. Ah, cat! Oh yes, get it! Got it!
Do you want me to end it?
I did it.
15
There we have it. Challenge is done. I'm the winner. Cream egg's mine with a bit of Nutella on top. It's your go now. See if you can hide it and find it. I hope you guys had a great Easter. See you soon.
hello everybody. It's nice to be back with you tonight. I hope you've had a great first week back. No, not back, sorry. First week of the Easter holidays. I know I've had a wonderful time. It's been nice, to be fair, to actually get away from work a bit. So hopefully you guys have had a fun week too. And next week, shops will reopen. We'll have more things to do. It's very exciting. I wonder what you'll be doing this time next week. Maybe get a haircut? I know I certainly have tried to book in, and I've got to wait until the 29th of April because it's that fully booked. So this fluffiness on the sides, And here at the front, look at this, when I do this, it's now literally nearly below my eyes now. There we go, look at that. Anyway, so I'm going to share with you for a little while today, and it is a little while today, so, you know, I've done well for you today, guys. Or having said that, by the end of it, it'll probably be 15 minutes, so you know, who knows. But it'll be good, so listen up. Just going to share a little bit of something that's happened to me this week and how I've taken something from it that I believe is from God, and I thought I would share it with you guys. So today, I took my son Hudson, I dropped him off at Carol's house. That's obviously his nanny, Charlotte's mum, in case you weren't aware. And basically, I was there for about 5 minutes, and my car got scratched by somebody else pulling out the drive, and basically their paint and scratched my front bumper and the front of my car and stuff, and I was very, very annoyed in this situation. I actually saw them pull out, but I didn't see them hit my car, so that made it even more annoying, because I couldn't prove anything. But anyway, long story short, I got my car scratched on the front bumper, so I was not best pleased. Now, for those of you who are car experts will realise that if you get a car scratched, bumped, where the paintwork comes off, so it's down to the raw metal or even the primer, what happens to metal when it gets wet in particular, or left open to the open air for a period of time? It goes what? Rusty, correct. And it starts to corrode, and eventually it will create a hole in the bodywork, which then creates further problems for the car and makes it not great as a car. Probably nobody would want to buy it, and eventually maybe not work at all. And this kind of got me thinking. I got really annoyed about this car, because it's one of those, nothing really bad damage or anything, but it really wound me up that something had happened to it that I did nothing about, and it just really, really frustrated me. But it is something that I'm going to have to repair, as much as I am annoyed. And so this really, I guess God must have been talking to me when I was doing this. And he sort of spoke to me, I believe, about this, is that if I don't get that scratch on my bumper sorted out, my car's going to rust, like I said, it's going to corrode, it's going to eat away at the bodywork, and it can make the car faster and worse and have a lot more problems. And I really talked to me about this, that this is the same with us. If we have hurts, maybe past hurts in our lives, where we've been hurt by someone or something because of an event that's happened, or because of somebody said or done something to us, we maybe feel we've been scratched, damaged in some way, to the point where maybe we are letting our feelings of resentment and hurt and unforgiveness towards that personal thing affect our lives. And just like a car, if it gets scratched or bumped, eventually will rust and corrode and eat away at the car. So these hurts and feelings of maybe resentment or unforgiveness towards something can eat away at our lives and our faith, for those of us that are Christians. And this really made me think, really, that if we let hurt and unforgiveness about people or things go unchecked and undealt with, and not handing them over to God and let Him help us through these things, it's exactly the same thing. See, our mental health can deteriorate further, because the only person in reality, when we don't forgive someone or something, the only person that will struggle and have problems and be hurt by how you're feeling is yourself, because the other person, if they know they've done anything wrong, and even if they do, probably won't be bothered. You know, maybe you're expecting an apology for something somebody's done to you maybe years ago or last week or yesterday, and you've not received one. And you're thinking, I really deserve that apology. You know, they've really wronged me. How dare they do that to me and then not apologise? I did nothing to them and they did this. And all these feelings maybe go through your head. And, you know, you might be completely in the right about the scenario. The person did something terrible. Maybe the person's done something stupid and you are in the right. And maybe you do deserve an apology. But the reality is, if you've not got one, it's down to you how you respond to that, not the other person. And God doesn't want us to live in bitterness and unforgiveness in a place where we're waiting for an apology that may never come. And in the meantime, we're miserable. We're blaming everything on this other person, and everything around us gets affected by that. And, you know, this bitterness that it causes will affect and change relationships around us in the future, because of maybe our hurts and how we've reacted to those things. And the unforgiveness that we're carrying around with us, it will affect our future relationships, and people will see that, and maybe won't want to be the same level of relationship that you would want with them because of this atmosphere that is maybe being created from within you, from your past hurts. Now, I'm not saying that you forget about them and you're being an idiot for harbouring these things, because very often you can't help it perhaps, but 99% of the time I would say that unforgiveness and harbouring these feelings of bitterness that come from that are a choice. And although it's not easy, it is a real battle, we can overcome these things. But it is ultimately that we have to hand it over to God. And I know I've talked about this before in the past, but it is so, so important that when we have these problems, because we're going to have these things where we get hurt by people and things, it's not like as Christians it suddenly goes like that and we don't have emotions, like we become emotionless creatures that don't feel anything. We're the same as anybody else in the world. We get hurt, we get humiliated, we feel embarrassed and all these things that everybody else has, and our reactions to that are similar to yours as well. But it's when we have these reactions, it's what we do next. And as a Christian, what we should be doing is going to God, handing it to him and saying, you know what, God, I really can't deal with this person right now, but I know that it's not right for me to hold unforgiveness and be bitter about them. So I hand it to you, and Lord, I pray you help me. I pray you'll, when I see that person, you give me a real peace so that I can forgive them and move on with my life and ultimately move into a better place of relationship with God and maybe the other person. I'm not saying that your relationship with that person will improve, or maybe you won't have a relationship ever with them again. You don't know that. But ultimately, if your heart is right with God and you know in your heart that you've forgiven the other person, your life and your relationship with God will be for the better. And that is what's the most important, your relationship with God and your life. And so there's a verse in the Bible in 1 Corinthians 13 verse 5. Now this is a very famous sort of chapter in the Bible for 1 Corinthians. It's about the love, which is very often read at weddings, where it's the one where it's going on about love is patient, love is kind, blah 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 blah. Which everyone reads at the weddings pretty much. I don't know if we edit it out actually, but it's a good verse. So I'm going to read a little part of that, and it shows well what I'm trying to say here. This is the first part of it. Obviously, it's love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonour others. And this is the important bit I want to say. It is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. And that's the key part. It keeps no record of wrongs. And see, us as Christians, we should be filled with the Holy Spirit. And a big part of the Holy Spirit and what Jesus brought when he came down to earth was love. And so we as Christians should be filled with love for other people and for ourselves. And it says here that we should not be easily angered and we should not keep any record of wrongs. And so as hard as it is, when we have problems with other people and hurts against others and unforgiveness, we shouldn't be keeping it within us and bottling it up. It says here, we should keep no record of wrongs. So that means that we should deal with it immediately. If we've got an issue with somebody, we need to deal with that issue. Whether it's that you go to somebody who can help you, as well as taking it to the Lord and try and resolve that issue. But ultimately, inviting the Holy Spirit into your life and asking, Lord, calm me down, help me know how to deal with this person. I pray that you'll help this person understand what is going on with me and my mental health because of what they've said. And maybe you will impact them in a way that they've never had before. Maybe pray for the other person, not just the situation, and maybe you'll see great things happen. And so that's about it really, guys. But just remember, when you get these feelings rising again of unforgiveness or bitterness towards something or someone, remember, hand it over to God. And if it's something you really, even if you are handing it over to God and you're still struggling, really struggling, talk to a really godly Christian, maybe one of us guys, if you're in Surge, me or Charlotte or whoever you're comfortable speaking with, or if you're in your church, or maybe your pastor, somebody who you can trust. And talk to them about it and see if they can help you in any ways, because there's lots of people who will have gone through the same things that you're going through right now. And it's important to remember that people have gone through it and they've come through it, and you'll be doing the same and you will come through it the other side. So just remember that, guys. All right, thank you for listening, guys. Hopefully I've not been too long. So it's exciting. I'm going to get my hair cut in 2 weeks. Next week I'm going to go to a shop for the first time in however long, apart from Asda and Lidl. So I am very much excited about that. Hopefully you are too. And we will keep you posted as to when the next Surge proper in-person scenario will be. We don't know when that is yet, but we are looking at it now properly, and I've been kind of saying it on and off for a year, but obviously things have kept changing, so we kind of got plans and then gone, and then plans and then gone, and so hopefully we will start to actually get seriously looking at things now that everything is moving in the right direction. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys, and we will see you soon.